Have you ever seen a review on Amazon or somewhere else and something about it goes, this seems a little too good to be true? Well, we're going to help you out with a little vocabulary lesson, a term at least we use here on the Den called the fish hook, and it's going to help keep your money back in your pocket so you don't get caught buying products that don't live up to your expectations. So let's jump into it. Now, when we talk about the fish hook, we mean exactly that. This is something that it looks like it's going to be good. It looks nice and yummy, but at the end, there's something sharp and nasty on it, and we're going to help you find that. And of course, we're talking mostly about Amazon here just because we're going to use that as the example because everyone knows what Amazon shopping looks like. So now here's another term to kind of give you a better reference for the way we talk about this. A lot of people have heard in terms of graphs and stuff, the hockey stick effect, where it's a long straight line and then all of a sudden it goes up or goes down or whatever, and vaguely resembles, a hockey stick. Well, the same thing is what we're talking about here with the fish hook. And the fish hook is where you see reviews where there's a long straight line, usually of 5-star reviews, and then it starts to go down. This is what you would think a good review would look like. But I'll be honest, I see this review and I'm like, that's another one that gives me some concern. Only 38 reviews and no 2 stars and no 1 stars. There's always somebody out there who's not happy with what they got. Doesn't matter how good it is. So when I see no 2 stars and no 1 stars, it makes me start to wonder, but that's another topic for another time. Let's get back to the fish hook. This is what you should be looking for. This is, look at this. You got a bunch of 5 stars, a few 4 stars, less 3 stars, less 2 stars, and of course your few angry, grumbly, Freds from across the street who are never happy about whatever you get them. All right, there's always going to be those few. And when there's not, that's when I start worrying. But the one you want to really worry about is when you see this. Look at this. It's rated, Amazon rates this 4.3 out of 5 stars. How does Amazon rate this 4.3 out of 5 stars when 12% are 1-star reviews? Well, Amazon doesn't use a 1-to-1 rating value. In fact, almost nobody does these days. They weight it based off of how trustworthy you are and how honest they think your review is. Needless to say, the 5-star reviews get weighted a little bit heavier than the rest. But when you look at this, you got 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, looking good. And then all of a sudden, that hook, the pointy end, comes and gets you. If you're still not seeing it, let me show it to you like this. I think now you're seeing the fish hook. Now, that's what we talk about on here on the channel. When we go, people are like, oh, it's got great reviews. And we're like, I don't know. Has it got a fish hook in it? Because you could look at it, if you just glance, if you don't drill down, you go in there and they've compacted. They've made it even harder now, especially on Amazon, to find that fish hook. Let's look at this one here. Comaware drill bit set. Now, we're going to talk about tools and stuff. I realize some people might find this coming in from other genres and stuff, but we're a tool channel, so we're going to talk about tools. And you come over here and you look at it and you're like, oh, it's 4.3 stars. Well, that's pretty good. Well, if we look at it, though, we're like, that's pretty bad. Now, I'm going to pump the brakes here for a second. That is not something I would personally call a fish hook. You can set your own values. But if you look at it, 64 to 19 to 9 to 3 to 6, it does start to come back. There is something going there. It may be a bit of quality control or maybe something else. But I'm not exactly looking at that enough to go, that's a definite fish hook. For me, my metric is, do the 2-star plus the 3-star equal less than the 1-star? If we're looking at the 3-star is 9, the 2-star is 3, so that is a total of 12, if my math is correct. So if that 1-star was 12 or higher, at that point I'm like, there's your fish hook. You got to watch out for that one. At 6, it's half the 3 and the 2 stars. So maybe it was just some 2 stars that kind of fell into the 1-star rather than falling into the 2-star. I'm not exactly super worried about that one, but let's keep going. How about this? Youngfin cordless. Now it's got 4 out of 5 stars. That seems like a pretty good review. It's a 20-volt brushless. That's nice. Impact wrench. It comes with some sockets. You got a battery. You got a charger. You got a bag. It's only $53. It's a limited time deal. I might want to jump on that. Oh, there's a sharp pointy thing in there. Look at that. You're looking at 3 stars are 7%, 2 stars are 5%, combined for a total of 12, but the 1 star is 14. 14 stars. That to me is not looking good and tasty. Let's go down here and see what those reviews are like. Great product for the money. Goodbye. Husband loves it. That's the other thing. We'll do another video on how to read reviews and be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm exactly going to trust that one. Not so great. Not too bad. That's your 3-star. Let's see what the 1-stars are. They have a tendency to get buried. This is great looking junk, poorly manufactured, poor quality switch. Just flush your money down the toilet. Rusty sockets, junk, loud impacto. I don't speak no español. Plastic trash, not cool. Your impact wrench is not strong. Very low torque. Came in damaged. The other thing I do is I always look to make sure when I always check the 1-stars because I want to make sure it wasn't like a shipping issue. You're not supposed to put reviews for shipping issues. That's supposed to be handled differently through Amazon. So if you do see that, understand that that's negatively impacting the reviews, and it's not something that should be part of the review process because that's up to Amazon. I mean, basically you're reviewing FedEx or UPS at that point. Now let's look at another one, Chemo. Now Chemo's a big brand on Amazon. They sell a ton of power. In some categories, they're the #1 selling power tool. And I'll be honest, Chemo's not my favorite power tool company. When they hit the market, they had a huge push where they reached out to people like me, other influencers, as it were. And I had heard from some people that I trust that they were very pushy in their reviews, and if they got a negative review, they would be most insistent that you change it. And for me, that's a big, red flag. So when they came to me, I was like, no, I'm not interested in working with you, which is why you haven't seen it around the channel. But let's see here. Maybe I've misjudged them. Chemo 20 volt cordless impact wrench. It's $60. Let's see what we got here. There's my stars up here. And 10%. Not quite a fish hook. It's getting close. 8 plus 3 is 11. So it's a blunted hook. Let's call it that one. They haven't quite sharpened that one, but the barb is still sitting there. Let's look at some of their other stuff. Their Chemo cordless leaf blower. I mean, you can't mess up a leaf blower, right? They can. They can and they did. 8 plus 5. Oh no, it's super close. What do we got here? We got 13. Oh, they're so close. They're so close. How about this? We'll give them one more shot here, see if they can pull it out. We got the cordless oscillating toolkit here, oscillating angle powered, blah, 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 blah. 2,000 reviews. 2,300 people bought this in the last month. I bet they're not too pleased about it. We got 4 plus 2, that's 6, 9. That is a third, 30%, 33% more 1-stars than 3 and 2-stars. That, to me, that's a very sharp hook. But you know what? Let's try some other brands. Chica, they're a tool company that reached out to me and I've talked to in the past. Oh, look at it. This one right up front, 3 stars. That's not a great look. And if you look at it, but it's got 2 reviews. So that's not fair. Make sure you're looking at it has a significant enough amount of reviews where you can be like, okay, this has got a lot of data. This at 2 stars, you don't know who got it. You don't know who reviewed it. It might have been Chemo leaving reviews for them. Let's look at their angle grinder. I bet we got 222 reviews, 4.2. This one's got to be better. Not so much. 7 plus 2, 9. That one's not great. But angle grinders can be tough, especially cordless ones. I know Chica, they do make some decent tools out there. Let's look at their hammer drill, 20 volt here, and we take a look at this one, and look at that. There's 5, 2, 4. That's a solid review right there. Just a few more 1s than 2s. But not something to write home about. Again, but look how many reviews, 1,400 reviews in this situation. So at that point you can look at it and go, okay, I don't think that they're hiding anything there. All right, let's keep going here. Estwing. This is what I say. This is a phenomenal review. Okay, I love Estwing. I am a certified Estwing fanboy. Have been since for 30 plus years. If you are not familiar with Estwing, almost all of their tools are made in the USA. They have a few budget ones that are not, but most of them are tried and true solid steel made in the US. This one 809 reviews on it, and it's got. I mean, just look at that. 95-star reviews. I don't for a moment think that they've fudged any of the numbers. There's no thumb on the scale there with Estwing. And you're like, well, maybe that's what I can do. I just look at big name brands, brands that pros use, brands that everyone trusts. I mean, look at Milwaukee, the M18 Fuel 3/8 compact impact wrench, one of the best tools out there. Look at the reviews on it. 2% in the negative, 0 in the 2 stars. Again, I think this is some case where maybe they should have been 2 stars or 1 stars, or they just happen to get a bad tool. That happens with power tools. It happens with any kind of production where you just, some slip through the cracks. One in a 1,000, one, several hundred is maybe not the best one out there. And they've got a great warranty, so I know they're going to stand behind it. So, when you're looking at, name brand tools, well-known tools, obviously you don't even really need to look at the reviews because they're all going to be perfect, right? No. There's the M12, the Jigsaw is notoriously bad. In fact, I was also going to show the M12 wet dry vac, not the fuel, just the standard one, but it's gone. You can't even buy it anymore, apparently, because they knew it was bad. And this one, I'm stunned to see it still on the market because this is an honestly bad tool. So what does it mean when you see the Fishhook? Does that mean they're lying? Are they cheating? Is there just something? Do people just hate the brand? What's going on? Well, here's my 2 takes. The 2 most likely reasons that you're going to see a Fishhook is A, they have poor quality control. Now, like case in point, this was Harbor Freight 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. They'd have some great tools, but 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 10 was just complete trash because their quality control on the line was good. Guy take a drink of his beer, missed one that's bad, and it would still go off and get sold. So you get all these great reviews, and then you get some really angry people going, I don't know how everyone else is saying this is good. This is clearly trash because their experience was legitimately different. The other way is fake reviews, and fake reviews are a huge problem all across the internet. Here on YouTube, you get people doing fake reviews. We on this channel, we do take sponsored review videos. I wish I could. Maybe I should round up and share the emails because we don't lie about it. I will gladly let somebody send me something, and I'll gladly let them pay me to review it, but I'm not going to lie about it. And because there's always somebody else in line behind them. People think, oh, well, you have to lie to keep the, the review packages coming or the stuff. No, you don't. I'll have to do another story on all of that. But the point is that there are companies though out there that will push fake reviews. They will contact you. There's Vivor is well known for being like, hey, we didn't like your review. Can you change it? Not on YouTube. I haven't heard that on YouTube, but reaching out to people who've left reviews online. And there's other companies that will leave incentives like, hey, if you leave I've seen packages where there's a note in it. If you leave a 5-star review, we will, give you a gift for $50 or something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's out there. And that's one of the reasons you look out for the Fishhook, because you get these artificially inflated 5 stars, but then the 1 stars are authentic. And the only way really to tell is go and look at those 1 stars. Look at how they're written. Look at the 5 stars. Do they look like they were computer AI generated? Do they look like they're coming from a place of, one of the ones I see all the time is my husband loved this. I bought this for my grandfather. He thought it was great. A lot of those reviews come off as really disingenuous. Anyway, there you go. Well, let me know what you think about what the Fishhook means to you, and is it something you're going to be watching out for? Hopefully in the future, now when somebody says, hey, this thing's got great reviews, you can be the one to go, yeah, but does it have a Fishhook in it? That's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.